Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval Creed. Today we'll be finishing up going over the event missions for the current event. That is for the Russian destroyer Engels, the piece of trash that it is. I'm personally not a fan of this, as I've mentioned in the past videos. You really just could skip this ship. It's really not that important, and it's actually kind of trash when it comes to SP ships. There are lots of better ships, though it is at least better than Dingwan. This is by far the worst ship in the game. Anyways, going back to today's video, we are going to be using Svetsky Soyuz, or Soviet Union. But before that, I do have a little bit of information in regards to the update that was this week. So not a lot of changes that you might notice if you aren't paying attention. So for example, for German battleships, we now have a specialized repair party. So we have this one, which lasts 35 seconds now, mind you, and has a cooldown of 70 seconds. Or you could even use this one that only lasts 25 seconds and has an even worse cooldown. But you also have this one as well. Like I said, I'm not really sure what the benefit of this one is. All I can see is that it has a 20-second longer cooldown. So to me, that's an immediate no thank you. Advanced damage control. If a damage control officer uses the skill, the ship receives a 30% debuff damage reduction. Like I said, I'm not really sure what that means or how to interpret that. If you could reword that, or if you know what it means, then let me know down below in the comments. It would be greatly appreciated, because there's quite a few ships that have this now. Those newest ones being the German battleships, so they're going to be even more survivable now that their repair is going to last at least 35 seconds, which is actually really, really good. If you compare that to the Russians, which I actually don't know what it is, let's take a look. 25 seconds. 25 seconds? 25. So you have at least a 10-second window that's even better than at least the Russians in this case. Some of them maybe even more. Additionally, what are classified as large cruisers now have their own specialized repair party as well. So for example, for the Russians, we have Kronstadt. And we now have a large cruiser advanced damage control. So we have the cruiser basic control, which lasts 5 seconds and does a 60-second cooldown, unlimited charges, or you have the large one, which is a 20-second duration with a 60-second cooldown. And so ships like Kronstadt, no British ships, no these, no. Scharnhorst, Graf Spee, Prince Heinrich, Lean, and Magdeburg all get it. I don't think any French ships get it. We have Alaska and Guam that get it, but Norfolk does not. Even though she has 12-inch guns, she does not get it. And then Azuma gets it as well. And those are apparently what the game are classifying as large cruisers, which is fine because that's pretty much what I was counting them as well. Well, all except for Graf Spee and Prince Heinrich. Those are pretty much enough heavy cruiser-ish that I was going to skip over it. But those are some changes. And we also now have the ability to look at the last of those 4 American cruisers that were shown us, I think it was last year at this point actually. Those were the cruisers Norfolk, that we already have in game, Albany, which we already have in game, Oregon City, which is over here, here it is, and the last one was Vallejo, not to be confused with my sister ship, Worcester. That's just how I had it named before the ship even existed, but it is very similar to this ship in that it is a Worcester class with Des Moines Mark was it 16s? I think it's Mark 16s. Maybe it's 15s. Nope, it's 16 guns. It's really, really strong. Though actually, I think I might have misread that. I think they might be Mark 15s. Yep. So okay, so they're 15. So they're Baltimore guns. But take a look at this ship. It is a Worcester class with, like the twin 3-inch automatic anti-aircraft cannon on the side here, and it has 4 Baltimore turrets. Now, it's at least good that it's not Mark 16s, because that's actually what I thought it was originally going to have, if I remember correctly. But having Mark 15s is not bad, because that just makes her not overpowered. Because if she had Worcester AA plus Des Moines guns, that would be the cruiser to top all cruisers. And it didn't say what tier it was going to be at, but I assumed it was going to be at least tier 9.6, which is where all the top tier cruisers are. And this one, however, is at tier 9.0. So she's going up against like Takaus and Leans and ships like that, Mikhail Kutuzovs, Kostromas. So she is still quite powerful. She has the same AA suite as Worcester, all except for her long-range damage. So her mid-range and short-range are exactly the same, but since she doesn't have the dual-purpose 6-inch guns as her main battery, they are therefore not counted as long-range AA, and so you lose that entire sector. But the other two are still exactly the same. So you have your 3-inch, and I think that's pretty much it. I don't even think there's any 20 mils on here. No, I guess there's a couple 20 mils right here. Regardless, so you have really strong AA, or at least I would expect you to. I may not have the ranges of Worcester, but again, you're tier 9, you don't really need that. You have 12 8-inch guns, which as of right now, the only ship that has that at this tier, and even in the game, is the British heavy cruiser Drake, or Oxford, which we have yet to go over still. That is upcoming. I'm excited because the ship looks really nice. But going back, it's a lot of firepower, a lot of AA. I really don't see a drawback here, actually. I mean, yes, Worcester has really good rapid-firing 6-inch guns, but Baltimore guns are not that upsetting either. Actually, are they Baltimore guns? Let's see, we have 5.5 rounds a minute. What does Baltimore get? 5.5, what does Oregon City get? 6.0. So yeah, they are Baltimore guns, pretty much. I mean, Baltimore's a good ship, don't get me wrong. There's actually nothing wrong with the ship at all, in my opinion, besides not having enough torpedoes, but that's not really an American thing anyways. So I'm excited to see what this ship has in store. Another thing is that if you actually look at it over here, it looks like it's going to be for free XP. So that's interesting. That's the first cruiser we have for free XP. I know we've had Tiger, we've had Robin, we've had a few other ships as well, such as Akaishi in Ohio. And ships like that. So we've had battleships, we have had a few carriers, but I don't think we've had a cruiser yet. So this will be interesting. But that just means you won't be able to get the free XP point gain bonus that I do enjoy so much, but it's also not a bad difference. Alright, so enough blabbering about the update. Let's actually get to the video you all want to see. So I'm going to use Soya's. Yes, she's a prism ship. Yes, you have to buy her, but she is, in my opinion, one of the best ships in the game, and also one of the best ships for events. She even gets a nice little 30% event point gain bonus. So that gives me even more points. And today we're going to be going over the final personal mission, the single challenge here. I actually haven't done this yet, so I don't know what it entails. So my video is going to be the first time I attempt this, so I may lose, I may not, who knows, but we're going to try. Alright, so since it's a single challenge, no point waiting for a team. Let me just make sure I'm recording. There we go. Awesome. Let's see what we're up against. It's probably another UFO, which sucks. Yep, there we go. Oh wow, it's just me and one Montana? Really? Against 2 Louis XVI, 2 Flying Dutchmans, and a UFO. Oh, I remember this. Okay, yeah, so this was actually the one that I used Grosser Kurfürst in order to beat it. So I might actually have to do that instead. We're going to try it with Svetsky Soyuz first, though, I guess. It's surprising that we only have... Oh, wow. Hello. Didn't expect that. And you're over there already. Okay, so it's not exactly the same. But Kurfürst would definitely be good in this situation, considering how many targets there are available. Probably going to redo it with Kurfürst, just to see how that works as well. Right, so you're heading away from me. And I don't really want to be close to the UFO, but I don't really have a choice right now either. Yeah, we're already losing quite a bit of health. I'm not going to last very long at all. So at least I'm going to make it for a short video, so that way we can actually try with Kurfürst and see what we can do. Because these Louis XVIs are going to soak up a lot of shells, and yes, my secondaries are going to do damage to the Dutchmans, but it's not going to do nearly enough in order to be inconsequential. Alright, so I lost sight on the UFO. That's fine. You are behind an island, it looks like? Nope, you're not. Never mind. So we just gotta angle in towards the Louis here. My bot is doing so well at being it and its ground. We're already on fire. We already lost quite a bit of health. So yeah, this is quite challenging already, I would say. Alright, so I guess we're just gonna try and take some of these down with us. And then we'll try it with Kerr first, because I feel like that would be better. Did we even... What is that ship doing? Okay, well, until they figure out what they're doing, I'm going to focus on this Louis XVI. Looks like my secondaries are attacking both ships, so that's nice. I am kind of giving a lot of side to the UFO, but I can't really do much about that, because the Louis XVI is going to go through my nose if I give any kind of angle. I'm only glad this one is paying attention to the bot and not me, because if it starts shooting my broadside, this game is just about over anyways. Secondaries are still doing what they can. Okay, it looks like you sorted yourself out and decided to citadel me. So that's nice. UFOs, yeah, look at this. It's just over so quickly. So I feel like something that actually can tank damage is going to be a lot better. So we're going to try this again. Yep, look at that already. Didn't even last 3 minutes. Wow, this is a strong mission. Okay, so, well, that was terrible, but quick, so we can redo it relatively quickly. Hopefully, well, Curvers has the new damage control party, so it actually might be able to survive even better now. Right. Even though we only lasted, like, what, 2 minutes and 54 seconds? Wow, actually I didn't even do that much damage. Alright, so, moving on then, let's just hop right into a Curve first game. What do I have her set for? Probably secondaries. Yep, fully secondary build. Special stage. Alright, what do you mean insufficient crew? Alright, now let's see what we can do with Kerr first. We might have a slightly better chance of actually doing damage. This was also, or would also be a good time to use Montana, I would say. If you're able to angle just enough, you have quite a bit of firepower. It sucks that you're so close to the island here, because you can't turn in this way. You actually have to go this way, which puts you at a, well, broadside fully to the UFO, unless you go around this island, which still gives you a broadside, and actually even probably puts you into secondary range. Alright, so we're going to start moving here. Automatically detected. Let's start our secondaries. Are these not in secondary range? No, they're not. That's disappointing. I don't really know what to do here. I want to try and go around this island, but I'm already really close to the UFO. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and take out the Louis XVI first, and then use my secondaries on the Dutchmans while also running away from the UFO as fast as possible. I'm just trying to do some good damage to them. Alright, so we're just going to immediately turn tail here. Secondaries are doing quite a bit of work, which is good. The main guns are doing good as well. Let's try and keep a good angle. I do have health buffs and speed buff supplies, I do keep that in mind. Yeah, our secondaries are just going to tear these Dutchmans apart, which is nice. Oh, we're also getting quite a bit of fires. Well, it looks like they're going to have another collision. Maybe not. Works in my favor, at least. Now I don't have to worry about them making some weird moves. So it's going to be really hard to citadel this ship. So I'm just going to have to work them over slowly. Secondaries are really going ham on all of these ships, which is fine with me. We're gonna turn away now. Try and suffer this salvo from the Louis XVI. There we go. Let's see how bad it is. Yep, pretty bad. UFO is not making this any easier. Alright, turning tail. Let's go tangle with this Louis XVI. Because there's really not much I can do right here. Because the bot's absolutely worthless. Because how much health does UFO have? It only does have 750,000. Which, to be fair, is half of what you would normally expect. But it's still quite a lot. I don't know if I can go through your bow, but we're going to try. Nope, ricochets. That Louis XVI is pretty far down, though. So I think we're just going to have to run here and use our range to our advantage. Though this also might be a time where France would be good as well. Ooh, we got a citadel. Nice. Because not only does she have secondaries, another citadel, nice. But she also has long-range accuracy. Okay, so we're going to keep running here, trying to get our turrets to turn. Looks like the bot has the UFO's attention, which is fine with me. See what we can do here. Still have 3 heals, so I'd like to at least use them. What can we do against that Louis? Not really enough range, or lead. Alright, so we do have another heal up. We're on fire again, but my repair is about to come off cooldown. So I might as well just use it, because we're almost at a secondary range of this Louis anyways. But she is still in my secondary range, and so she will continue to take damage. Okay, so we actually might be able to do this, because if we can finish off this Louis and that Louis, then I can ignore the Dutchmans and focus on UFO. Yeah, she's down. Cool. Okay, so there goes one. I lost sight of it, really? There she is. She's pretty fast, so I do have to give enough lead. Let's make sure I don't run into an island. Nice. 2 citadels. That'll definitely help me. And then I'll just have to figure out where the heck to shoot the UFO, because I'm definitely not closing the range. I can assure you of that. Right, let's see if we can finish off Louis that way. Nope. She maneuvered just enough. Looks like the Dutchmans are actually going to try and cut me off, but they're really not going to do much of anything to me. I'm probably not going to do anything to the Louis at this angle, so let's just send a few shells towards the UFO. Maybe get some damage on her. As long as I'm at range, all she can use is that a laser, which yes, it does do damage, but I believe it is survivable. She actually is aground right now. That's quite helpful for me. Let's use another heal while we can. She's moving a lot farther, or faster than I expected. Still doing damage though. We gotta finish off that Louis. She's the one that's gonna be the main issue here. Secondaries are gonna start working over the Dutchmans again. Let's see if we can finish off this Louis. I don't really know where to shoot for this Louis. She's just a little bit faster than I'm expecting. Even if I don't win this one, I won't try it again because I feel like I can't do any better than what I've already been doing. Maybe there? They're hitting each other, so it's going to cause issues with aiming and speed. But that looks pretty okay, actually. Four hits, I'll take it. It's not really the damage I'm looking for, though. I kind of need her to just be sunk. Something like that. Okay, so the UFO is going behind an island. That's good for me. Gives me a brief respite from her laser cannon. Almost can sink the Louis here. Looks like I damaged one of her main guns. Possibly even could have destroyed it. Cannot tell. Maybe this salvo can finish that off. Because then I just have to worry about the UFO. Which isn't necessarily a small issue, but at least it's manageable at this range. And part of me wonders if I should turn around, because I'm only backing myself into a corner here. Though it looks like she did run aground, so that saves me a little bit of time. Still have one heal, might as well use it. And let's see, can we finish off this Louis? Awesome, yes, we can. Cool, so my secondary is going to go to town on the Dutchmans here. And I'm going to start working over the UFO. Though I'm assuming she still has heals, so it's going to be a lengthy process. I already have over 1,000 secondary hits. That's insane. I wonder if I can beat my record. Now I'm sure there is an easier way to figure out where the Citadel is on this ship. However, I do not know where that is. So if you have more experience and are just wondering why I'm not doing that, that is why. Because I'm just going to start lobbing my shells and hope something sticks. And this is still going to do damage regardless, so it works for me. We're actually going to go to half speed here. Actually, maybe a quarter. Quarter sounds good. We can bring our plane back in, because the Dutchmans are just going to shoot it down anyways. Though I may lose sight of the UFO that way. But I'll take as much damage as I can right now. And we're just going to keep working it over. That one Dutchman is getting kind of low. How much health do these have anyways? They have 500,000. And is it the same for both of them? Yes, it is. Alright, let's see if we can get a few more shots onto this UFO here. Oh, she's moving quite quickly now. Now, if I angle just right, I can use one side secondaries to shoot one Dutchman, and the other side to shoot the other Dutchman. But that will put me in an angle that gets me closer to the UFO, which is not something I want right now. Yes, I'm still taking damage from the UFO, or from the Dutchmans, but it's really not that much, honestly. But I think I'm going to have to angle myself against the UFO here and just try and do as much damage as I can. And then hopefully, oh, she's turning away, that's nice. Let my secondaries just go to town. Ooh, wow, that Dutchman's almost down. That's very good for me. But every little bit of damage I take here is something I can't repair. And she's so much faster than I expect her to be. I have to aim like somewhere all the way over here just to hit her. Alright, cool, we got one Dutchman down. And I'm going to take this time to turn around, actually. Because the island is between me and the UFO. And by the time she gets around the island, I want to be away from this position. Secondaries are still going to go off against that Dutchman. Well, when she's not behind the island at least. Or in the island, it looks like. There we go. More secondaries. We already have 1,500 of them. Ooh, UFO's not going around the island. She's turning around too. Interesting. Let's actually take a look. What are you doing? You're over here. Okay, so she is going around the island. That's fine. Not going to complain about that. I wanted to turn around anyways. Secondaries can keep going on the ghost here. And let's start heading back down this way. How much health do you still have? 184,000. I don't know if they can heal or not. I'm sure they can, but it's hard to tell considering the heal and the ship themselves are pretty much the same color. I think you just ran aground. Let's check. Yes, you did. But I'm unfortunately not in a place to do anything about that. So I guess we're just going to shoot you a little bit. Because even though it's small damage, it's still damage, and it's adding up quite a bit. And then I'll just have to play tag with UFO and hopefully win. I still have 16 minutes to do it, but that's really actually not a lot of time. Still just getting overpens, that's fine with me. Damage is damage at this point. You only have 70,000 health left. My secondaries can make quick work of that. But I've still lost about 5,000 more health in the time that I said that. Alright, so I don't really want to have to go over and fight the UFO from there. I don't want to go to the UFO because that's not to my advantage. I need the UFO to come to me. Alright, we're almost at 2,000 secondary hits, but I don't think we're going to reach it. Mainly because the ship's about to go down. And how is the UFO doing? Still aground, which if I were on the opposite side of the map, I'd be in a perfect place to do some damage. However, I'm not, and so I am just now wasting time. And I don't think I can lob that. I can try. Still getting kind of close to the UFO here, so we're going to back off a little. Ooh, maybe I can lob that, actually. Ooh, okay. I'll take that. So we're going to take as much free damage as we can. Though I doubt it'll last for long, considering, yeah, she's on the move again. Alright, well, it was nice while it lasted. She still has so much health. I've only been... Wow, she's already healing too. She didn't even have that much to heal. Okay, well now she's free of the island. It looks like she's going to go around to the left side, which is more or less what I predicted. Let's see if we can put ourselves in a position to do some good damage when she comes out. Alright, so we lost eyes on her, but we can put a plane back up in the air because we don't have a Dutchman to shoot it down. And there we go. We have eyes on her. Only 14 minutes left. Please don't run aground again because I'm still not in a good position to do anything about it. You know what, let's just slow to a crawl here. Oh, I wasn't locked on, so that's a wasted shot. Alright, so it looks like she might be able to come out of this... Ooh, she ran aground. Again. I might be able to do damage to her this time. It'd be nice if I could keep her spotted, though. Alright, so we can at least hit her from here, which is good. Just have to wait for the plane to come back around. Launch a salvo and start the reload. I am using the 480 mils for H-42. Yes, I could use the 420s, which reload faster, but they don't do as much damage, which is kind of what I'm looking for right now. And I just purred the 480s anyways. And again, she's in a position where I can't really hit her. I doubt any of those will hit. But if they do, she's stopped right there. Okay, nope, I can still hit her from here. That's good. Alright, so now we gotta wait for the plane. There we go, we're locked on. This might seem kind of like a cheat, but use it to your advantage as much as possible, because if you're out in the open against the UFO, doesn't matter how strong of a ship you have, you won't survive that long. Another 27,000. She's healing again. I don't know how many heals she gets. I don't even think it's actually our plane that's spotting her. I think it's the Montana's plane that's spotting her. But we're going to get as much damage as we can. Have about 11.5 minutes. I think it might be kind of close because I'm doing damage, but she's just healing it back as soon as I do it. Waiting for eyes. She's aground again. That's fine with me. Though I think she's going to get out of this one. Yeah, she is. Okay, time to move. Why can we still not see her? How am I detected and she's not? Oh, nope, there we go. Not spotted. But I'm spotted now. Or I will be momentarily. What are you gonna do? You gonna run aground again? I think you are. But just in case you're not, I'm gonna keep a move on. I like how she just keeps popping in and out of detectability, because that makes it so much easier to shoot her. 10 minutes to go. Alright, but she is in a pretty prime spot. Let's see, are you not moving anymore? Well, you're about to. There you go. Cool, let's see if we can do some decent damage now. She may be able to shoot me, though it doesn't look like she's inclined to. So I will take as much free hits as I can. Though she still is over 600,000 health, which doesn't make it any easier. But hopefully she'll be running out of heals, or hopefully she doesn't have any at all now. I don't think I can Citadel her from this range. I think I need to be within like 12 or 15 kilometers. I did say that before, and we saw that in previous videos. So I have no intention of getting that close, so we're just going to try and blast our way through the armor, I guess. Hopefully, like I said, she doesn't have any heals left, but I haven't been really counting, but she's used at least 2 or 3, which should honestly be all that she gets. Alright, this may not be all that enjoyable, but this is the best I got, because this is my last attempt. Even if I don't win this, I'm not even going to try it again. I already have the ship, the reward, so don't have to worry about it. Another 34, we're almost past 500,000. Not yet, though. I think we're going to start moving a bit, because she might be able to get out of her aground situation in a moment. And we can still freely deal damage. She is now below 500,000. Let's see if we can get her under 400,000. Yep, she's on the move again. Hopefully those will still hit, though. Yeah, there we go. 440,000. Every little bit counts. Let's try something like that. I don't know where she's going, though. Is she gonna come back down south? Looks like it. Alright, so let's start moving this way. 7.5 minutes. I really don't think I can do that with her maneuvering. If she was stationary, potentially. However, as a moving target, she turns on a dime, and it makes it even harder for me to spot her, especially when she goes undetected. You would think that a ship or a vehicle of this size would not go undetected that easily. However, you'd be mistaken. Okay, so we're going to give it everything we've got. I'm surprised she's not shooting at us yet, but you know what? I'll take it. I won't complain. I just got to find the sweet spot of the range to see where I can hit her. And that was pretty good. Under 400,000. She's almost halfway destroyed. Let's see if we can finish her up. Another 8,000. She's now 4,000 health away from being halfway destroyed. So we should be able to get that here in a moment. Okay, now she's firing at me again. That's fine with me. Maybe she wasn't in range before. Maybe she has a range of like 19 kilometer laser. A little bit of lag. Please don't do that. Alright, she's almost below 300,000 here. But we are going to start taking damage now that she's firing at us. I really can't get out of the 19 kilometer range though. So we're just going to have to weather it. She's below 300,000. This might actually come down to the wire. Whether it's my health, her health, or the time. Though I think I'm still going to end up losing it. But we're going to give it our best shot. If we had just a few more salvos to shoot her while she was aground, we could have done a lot more damage. Though we might be able to do quite a bit of damage before we're done. Remember, we took out all those Dutchmans with like secondaries only. So a lot of secondary damage when we finish going over this video here. More damage, that's good. Just over 200,000. She's giving me a nice side. We might be able to do this, actually. It'd be very nice. Alright, she is now below 200,000. We have 4.5 minutes left, and I have 43,000 health left. And no heals. But she is taking quite a bit of damage from each salvo, so that is quite nice. As long as she doesn't have any heals, which she hasn't used one recently, so I think she is fully out, we should be able to take her down. Assuming I just don't detonate. I'm taking some more damage. We are now at 39,000 health. She is 120. Ooh, now we're down to 37,000. 34,000. She is below 100,000 health. 83,000. I have 3 minutes and 35 seconds now. A few more salvos will decide this game. I'm down to 30k. Which is still quite a bit though. But she keeps hitting me with really good accuracy. 41,000 or 41,500 health left on the UFO. $23,000 for me. be last few salvos here. I might be able to get her with this one. Yeah, look at that. Alright, cool. So we were actually able to beat it, even after all that wasted time when we couldn't shoot her. Though it did come down really close to the wire there, so that's actually one of the better videos I've had. Wow, that's a lot of damage. 2,575,765 damage. 4 ships sunk, 349 shell hits, 6 aircraft shot down, 4 citadels, 19 fires, 4 modules destroyed, 1,880 secondary hits, 2 million or over 2 million credits earned, 20,000 free or base XP, 1,400 free XP, and 9,900 points. 1.3 million was in armor piercing 19-inch. Fires did 647,000. Secondary battery did 615,000. So that was another 1.2 million damage right there. We took 196 or 99,000. So that's quite a bit of damage we took. And the UFO over 1 million. Yep, and then both Ghosts took quite a bit, and then even that Louis took 141,000 damage. That's impressive. So yeah, those ships are really, really strong. So it's not impossible. It took me 42 minutes to beat it though. So yeah, Kurfürst, the kind of like underdog, I guess you could say. You wouldn't really think she's good in events, but she is surprisingly well handled to events like this. So with that, I will wrap up today's video. If you liked the video, make sure you like and subscribe for further content. And join me next time when we go over the trash special ship that we got out of this event, and that is Engels. So again, thank you and take care.